Loitering is a crime, punishable by death. Please make sure you have authorization before you enter the docking bay. For your convenience and safety, pacification emplacements are active and tracking at this station. Do you have authorization to be inside the docking bay? Remember, loitering is a violation. The access corridor is designated a no-stop zone. Blockages will be removed using lethal force. Crashes cost. Kill your speed, not your credit balance. Welcome to our station. Crashes cost. Kill your speed, not your credit balance. Loitering is a crime, punishable by death. Please make sure you have authorization before you enter the docking bay. Welcome to our station. Have authorization to be inside the docking bay? Remember, loitering is a violation. Fly responsibly. Ensure you complete docking procedures within your allotted time window. Crashes cost. Kill your speed, not your credit balance. Welcome to our station. Loitering is a crime, punishable by death. Please make sure you have authorization before you enter the docking bay. Always proceed directly to your allotted bay to avoid unnecessary delays and/or ship destruction. station operates under a docking reservation policy. Ensure you have authorization before attempting to disembark. Unsanctioned acts of aggression will not be tolerated. Obey station law and enjoy your stay. Do you have authorization to be inside the docking bay? Remember, loitering is a violation. Welcome to our station.
There we go.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So that's
Education.
live. That's live. Here we go.
Were you picking?
Oh,
your
that was
nose?
that was a weird place for it to dip. I don't know. Whatever. Theme music. Go.
Oh,
No, it's okay. Hold on. Okay. Go. Go. Go.
Oh, this is me. Okay. Hey guys, it is August 22nd, 2022. This is the Loose Screws podcast, the 3-year anniversary podcast. And Trax has got his obviously gay hat on.
It says birthday girl. It's the closest I had handy.
It fits. I mean, you don't have any boys, right? I
No,
didn't think so.
no. My
I didn't
girl
think
turned
so, yeah.
7 yesterday. So
Gotcha. Yeah. Oh, damn, 7?
yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
anything wrong with that? Which means she was 4 when this podcast started. Think
yes,
about
and
that.
this. I mean, the podcast is a birthday girl, right?
Oh, it's definitely a birthday girl. It's definitely a birthday girl. All right, so I forgot how to do all this. So with us this evening on the 3-year anniversary show, there's a bunch of people in the chat, the Discord stream on air thing that I still don't know how the hell to use, but Trax has got it all figured out. And so I guess I'll just announce it and we'll go from there. We'll go down the whole show.
However, you know what? There aren't rules here.
Okay.
Start at the beginning.
All right.
No rules.
So officially, this will be my last broadcast on the show. So that's it. I'm turning the show completely over to Trax and Chig, and they can completely do with it whatever they choose. And that's it. That's the long and short of it. So
Let the catastrophe ensue.
Let blood rain from the sky.
yeah.
Our long-term plans have finally come to fruition. To rip it away from Ty.
Wait a minute. Did he say put it in mine and Trax's hands?
All
Yeah.
yours, baby. All you, Chig.
Oh fuck! All right.
So
Trax's hands and Chig's feet.
You could say you're the
Chig stink.
You could say that Chig is the new sales manager of the podcast.
That's cold. That's cold.
So I'm gonna go down the list of everybody who's here this evening. Teflon, you doing all right this evening, man?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
We got NL Hate.
I'm ever present.
Yep. Nurgle.
Good evening, everybody.
We got the JN Track soundboard.
Oh,
Hit a
hold on.
button.
Wait.
I have now.
Oh, that's an old soundbite.
Where was I? Oh, I got Doctor, Lieutenant Commander, Commander Data.
Squire,
Hello.
the third, defender of the realm.
It is I. Hello, Ty. Good to see you.
Yep. I got the JN Tracks, of course.
Hello. Happy birthday.
Yep. And also got the robot Chig. who's probably a little less robot this evening the way it sounds. So
Yeah, I think we got it fixed.
It's been in and out. We'll see.
Which, by the way, Hey had a great idea about that. So he just goes today, hey, why don't you try the web app? So he logs in the web app, sounds great. And are you still on the web app, or did you actually reinstall?
I reinstalled, but honestly, I think it fucks me because I uninstalled Discord and then went to the web app and stuff, and then I went to reinstall the app, and it literally just opened the app. I didn't see any install thing going on, and it just seemed to just open it. So I don't think it actually... Windows 11 is retarded. It probably just held the whole app in a pocket. And I'm like, all right, install it. It just said, I never went away. I don't know.
I'm back.
Yeah, it was very sus. That's all I got to say.
Well,
I actually had, it's kind of funny, like right before we started showing, so I didn't have electricity. Like we got a lot of flooding down here in Texas going on right now, and I didn't have electricity until like 5 minutes right before we started. So I was thinking, probably got to push this back till next week or something and go from there. But I decided to actually go through the process because I have Discord on my Steam Deck, and I was actually going through the process of getting it going. And I was just about to log into it, and then we got power back on. So I was sitting there thinking to myself, that'd be kind of cool to go out on the Steam Deck,
podcast from the Steam Deck. That's pretty rad.
Yeah. But anyway, that's this is it. I'm done talking. Trax, it's all yours, buddy.
Are you talking? No. You said that after tonight you were done forever. You didn't mean like right now you're done.
No, I'm gonna finish the majority of the show until I'm told to get off of here.
And you're gonna play some CQC after the show tonight, right?
I don't know about that, man.
Oh, shut your hole! You're playing CQC with us. I will drive to Texas. Actually, I'll take a canoe through Texas, I guess.
Yeah.
From what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
I do have one little story today. So I have a stepdaughter who I love very much, and she started driving this year.
Oh shit!
And she drove home
Scary.
from school today in the rain for the first time. And I was sitting there watching the app, and Nicole sitting over me. We're watching the app, and we're just like, "Come on, just keep driving."
Yeah.
Looking a little scary. there a
Floating
few times.
sideways. All right.
Yep.
A YouTube user who I assume is Manitouk because of the picture says, "We will miss you on the podcast, Ty."
Let me do the little this, little that.
So here's my response to that. To me, and tell me if you think this is, I've got this all wrong or something, but this is ceremonial, I think, because we've all kind of been collectively running the ship for a bit now, and I know you wanted to make it a little more official and stuff like that, but if you ever wander into this Discord, of course you're never not welcome. And the other fact
Wait. It's me and you in charge here. We discussed that first.
All right, well, we'll discuss later, but I'm assuming that I can convince Chig to not ban you from the Discord server. But I was thinking a little bit today, because we sort of threw these plans together at the last minute to even do this. And I was sort of thinking that, realistically, I wasn't going to create a podcast for this game. And I didn't even really have anybody to play the game with before the Loose Screws people. I had found a couple of people, and I was in one Discord, but they weren't really my type of folk. And I wasn't logging in every day to talk to them and fly missions with them. So Loose Screws was really the first community in this game that I was a part of. And I didn't, like I said, I wasn't going to go make a podcast, and I wasn't going to have a Discord with hundreds and hundreds of people listening and helping each other and sharing stories about the game and not about the game and stuff like that. So
Raccoon memes.
Also raccoon memes. Yeah. And I think so. I think it was a while ago that the podcast morphed into, it's not something that any one person necessarily has to enact to make it continue. So
yeah,
honestly,
don't worry.
Can we do that for a minute? We've never really discussed how each of us kind of came to be in this community. And I guess on an
Mhm.
anniversary episode, that would be a good time to
This thing's
kind
hurting my
of
head, by the way. I'm getting rid of it.
do
It's
that.
for a 7-year-old.
Awesome. Joust.
Yeah, Joust.
Okay, yeah, I already got rid of it. But I'd be curious how each of you came to be in this Discord. I'll go first, just from the simple fact I had been playing this game for like, I don't know, a few months and just playing solo, and then I run, so I would listen to Discords, not Discords. Good God, podcasts.
Imagine that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, I'm a retard. Oh, wait, we can't use that word anymore. I'm an idiot. I'm a smooth brain. Smooth brain.
Smooth
We've
brain.
coined that
Smooth
phrase. I'm a smooth brain. And so I would listen to podcasts while I was running, and I was big time into fantasy football and shit at that time. So that's what I'd be listening to mostly. But then I started playing this stupid game and looking for podcasts, and had found Lave Radio and had found Ty's little creation here early on. So I started listening to that, and then they created the Discord, a few months into the podcast going, and I'm like, huh, I have a Discord that like me and my daughter used to play games together, but I had never
Share raccoon
joined
memes,
any. Yeah, exactly. I had never actually joined a community, so I hopped into this one, and all of a sudden this game became so much more once I had people to play with and doing stuff. And next thing you know, I got freaking Ty. I don't know what he was thinking. Said, "Dude, you want to come on the podcast?" Yeah, I guess. And now we're years down the road, and I've been doing this. But that's how I ended up here. And this game, I love this game more than anything. I'd probably still be playing it, probably not as much as I do now, if I hadn't gotten into this community. So that's my story as to why I'm here. So whoever wants to go next.
Well, I guess I already sort of started mine, or I did the short version. But yeah, that's pretty similar. Like I had played for a while, and it was a very fun and intriguing game to me, but it didn't have like a pull that was going to keep me in it forever. Like I was probably going to fizzle out after I finished the engineer grind, honestly, because I think I had started Fox's Guide. I was a couple months into playing, and then it was like, there's probably podcasts about this this game, and quickly found Ty's podcast, and as we talked about years ago now on the show, like wrote him an email and kind of I think I was in the first I don't know 20 or so people to join the Discord. I probably didn't jump on it right away. I think this is right when the Discord was forming, is when I was like realizing that Discord existed.
Yeah, me too.
So I was like, what? How come we don't chat with the in-game voice? I was like annoyed by that. I remember being irritated when someone wanted me to join their Discord instead of just talking to them through the in-game chat when we were in a wing. But then, then soon there was a lot of people on anytime, and you could wing up and run missions, and you could talk with them when you weren't playing the game. And there's nothing that makes me want to get in here and mess with ship builds and things like that more than that sort of stuff. And that really hasn't ceased, as much as we are annoyed sometimes. Like the very last time we played a few nights ago, and just weird instancing crap as usual, weird instancing crap. And it's like, why do we keep turning this back on? Well, this is why, for people and friends, and because ultimately it is still fun.
Yes.
At the end of the day, because of people and friends, and that's why. It's because of this show. And I hope you're watching the chat, Ty.
Yeah, I am.
All right.
I started playing around the time the podcast started.
Ooh.
I think August, September 2019. I was actually looking into a game called Rebel. I've mentioned this before. A game called Rebel Galaxy Outlaw, and through searching around on that one, I saw a short video on this game come up. Quick look. of it. I'll look into this. I started watching some of the early game guide videos. Got into it. Then what's one of the first things you do when you have a new interest? You go and you subscribe to the subreddit. And I'm looking up the post now on the Elite Dangerous subreddit. User Volition666 posted about this new podcast. So I started.
About this show.
Right. Right. So thanks to whoever you are, you led me to this podcast, listening to Ty and a couple other guys talking through the first few episodes. And yeah, I joined the Discord, made a Discord account. Never knew I knew what Discord was, I think. I had a general idea, but I'd never used it before for this podcast. I think the first big in-game memory I have of the community was running into Trax during, I think maybe I'd seen you in the Discord. I ran into you during the Golconda event. We were bounty hunting for that CG.
Cool.
And yeah, just sort of hung out here night to night, most nights. Interest from this game comes and goes, which I think is fair to say when you play something for so long, over so many years. Like right now, my interest is at a low point, but it comes and goes. All-time low point. I did do the, but I come back to it at all because of you guys. I lose interest, and I hear y'all talk about something you're doing. I'm like, oh, it's not like a FOMO, like I'm worried I'm just missing out on something, but it genuinely makes me want to participate and have fun doing it. So I did the Green Jolly Rancher adventure the other night. Manitic helped me out through that one. Yeah, it's been just a good time forming some real friendships. I feel like with a lot of these guys.
Cool. I guess I'll go ahead and go next. I had, of course, as anybody who's listening to the show has probably already determined, I'm old.
Wait, what?
So,
Wait, what?
Who is this?
yeah. So I was a enormous fan of the 1984 Elite with its vector graphics on a little green screen monitor, and had kind of followed the game all along, and did not have a PC for a long time. Was doing console gaming. And
Wait, I just want to cut in just one sec. You played this game a century ago? That's insane.
Oh my god!
Right, carry on.
all right, Captain Math. So when I got another PC, one of the first things I did was went and downloaded Elite, and that was again, I guess sometime around the time the podcast actually started. But I got in, I found some guides online, and mined my way all the way to, I think, having a Python, and played around a little bit, and had not joined any communities, didn't know anybody else in the game, and kind of got the nostalgia out of my system, and then dropped it. And then maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 months later, I got the urge to play it again, and like Chig, I listened to a couple dozen different podcasts. So the first thing I did was start open up my podcast app and look for an Elite Dangerous podcast, and found the Loose Screws and heard Ty's sexy Southern drawl, and
You felt at home.
It felt immediately at home, and I was already on Discord.
By
for
golly,
another game
that
I
man
played.
sounds like me.
He sounds just like me. And so I started listening to the podcast, and I joined the Discord, and the rest is history.
I have to add on to my story. That short quick look video I found of this game. These poor saps, on these game websites, they play a game for like an hour or two, and then they have to talk about it. This guy, they could fly around and leave the station, and then they just open up the galaxy map and like see the trade routes lines. They're like, I don't know what any of this means. they're saying, but here it is. But that was funny. I still don't really know what those mean. Anyways,
I don't either.
I just learned what the the freaking Xenoscanner does 2 weeks ago. So yeah,
Yeah.
we all learn shit.
The dude who soloed Hydras only recently found out what the Xenoscanner
What the
does.
Xenoscanner does.
That's about right. Yeah, that's about right.
That checks out. Yep. All right, who haven't we heard from? Hayden, Teflon, who wants to go?
Oh, I can't show trade routes on the screen because I'm in the Pleiades.
Rock, paper, scissors. I'll do it.
Go ahead.
Do
Go
it.
for
Do
it.
it.
Go for it.
I have had a PC for longer than I've played Elite, which is unfortunate because my PC was collecting dust when I started playing Elite on Xbox December 2019 when I bought it on for sale. And one of a YouTuber that I was watching was talking about how they didn't listen to music while they were playing video games, even when they were doing like a super repetitive and monotonous task. So they listened to podcasts instead of music, and I was like, well, I'm going into this game after having watched a billion of exegesis tutorials, and I was like, I'm gonna find a podcast where maybe it's like a 2-hour stretch of people talking about the thing I'm doing, and I'll stay entertained. So I had Spotify, so I opened Spotify, and I was like, all right, what's Elite Dangerous gonna lead me to? All right, Lave Radio, they have 400 episodes. Let's try and find something with fewer episodes. I don't want to have a back catalog that is a year of listening time. And then there was Hutton Orbital, and I was like, that's a whole lot of episodes too. And then there was Loose Screws, 10 episodes. That's the one. The American Elite Dangerous podcast, that caught me off guard. Were the others not American? Now I'm off to the obviously educated.
They don't sound like me.
Yeah.
And it's Loose Screws is something to easily love, just like children are
And
easy to
scream
love.
about.
And it took me 3 episodes of hearing invitations to the Discord to like launch Discord on my phone, and I really did not expect these people who I'm listening to create content just invite me into the voice chat and be there when I was in there, which was honestly just something so welcoming.
Into any voice channel.
Into any voice channel.
voice channel.
Only any voice channel.
Only any.
as understanding ripples through the crowd. Inside jokes are fun.
I think that inside joke had me as the butt of the joke for more than an hour before I caught on.
You're not the only one.
Oh my god, that's how Trex works though. He
lurk.
he does his highbrow, sneaky, super intelligent jokes that nobody gets for like hours, sometimes days later. We finally get the joke. It's
I
brilliant.
lurk in Discord and then make changes based on conversations I see, and then people figure it out later.
That's good stuff. What about you, Teflon? I think you're the last one to go.
So, much like Nurgle, it all started in 1984 when Daddy Teflon and Mommy Teflon met, and then we'll just go with the shorter version, I suppose.
Pictures or it didn't happen.
Uh-oh.
Now,
Those are pictures from the 80s. I'm sure you remember
Polaroids.
what they
Shake
like.
it.
they take
Kodak-
forever to
Kodak
download.
slideshow carousel.
They come one line at a time.
These
One
guys,
line-
if they're from the 80s, it must mean they transmit at 80s internet speed. Do you get it? It's so funny. It's an old person joke.
Oh my god.
I'm actually
Yeah,
picturing
eyebrow
more
yours.
Nurgle with the old tin type photos where the target had to stand still for like 2 minutes so that it could
Exposed.
get the entire image. So Teflon Mommy, Teflon Daddy had to like freeze in position while while Nurgle was taking that picture. All right,
Yeah.
that's a whole world. Never mind. Carry on.
That was a
So-
rabbit hole we did not need to go down.
I originally started playing Elite a few months after it came out. My good friend Hardly Dan, who is in the Discord server, he comes into voice chat sometimes, time to time.
Hardly.
But he got me
I see what you did.
He got me into playing this game, and then I fell off for a while because, unlike Data, my interest shifts with the breeze.
Strong
So,
fart will blow you onto a different game.
Yeah, I'll be playing Elite and thinking, oh, I want to do all this stuff, and then it's right into Crusaders Kings 3 or Stellaris or something else that I haven't played yet. Or Joust.life.
Amen.
But
Amen.
I fell off for a while, and then in 2020, I was looking at, I got my gaming PC set back up, and I was looking at my Steam list, and I thought, hey, Elite Dangerous, I haven't played that in a while, and that sounds like a lot of fun. I know I really enjoyed it. I like flying the spaceship, and so I thought I'll install it and see what's going on. And I played it for about a week by myself because I couldn't get my old friends I used to play with back into it. And so I started listening to, but I was into it. I wanted to learn more, so I thought, well, being a stay-at-home dad, I have a lot of time to listen to podcasts. So I started looking for an Elite Dangerous podcast, and I had listened to Lave before, but I wanted something different. And I was always a fan of listening to Radio Sidewinder while I played, just because I thought that was a really neat, immersive thing to have a radio station for people flying around in space. So I while searching for podcasts on the Apple Podcast app, which sucks, by the way.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, it does.
I saw one called Loose Screws, the American Elite Dangerous podcast, and I thought, I play Elite Dangerous. I'm American.
Win-win, baby.
I'm going to check this one out. So I started listening to it, and I really enjoyed it. And I was like, Discord. What's the Discord? And it was right when you were getting ready for Distant Screws. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I joined the podcast after Distant Screws started, and I thought, or I joined the podcast. I joined the community, the Discord, when Distant Screws, right after Distant Screws started. And I thought, maybe I'll go on their next expedition because I'm trying to get the hang of things. But Dubs and a few other people convinced me and walked me through getting my exploration ship outfitted, and I was able to catch up to the expedition by the time we reached Colonia.
Sweet.
I remember this.
And did a lot of exploring and got to go out to Beagle Point. And this is back when I was so new at the game, so still new enough at the game that I thought the bubble was big. It was a lot of space. I used to have to think about okay, where can I hit fuel stations so I can get from this part of the bubble to this part of the bubble? Now it's a breeze. I don't even worry about that stuff anymore. And it's because of hanging around in this community and learning from everybody who knew more than me. And so that's how I got here. Was I was looking for a podcast, and then I found the community, and then I've just stuck around and hung around ever since because y'all are my friends. Even the ones that are not on the podcast, y'all are my friends too. And I love posting and talking in Discord with you guys. And as far as the podcast, I don't know how I fucking got here. It just kind of happened.
Oh, I can answer that question. It was one of those nights when only 2 or 3 of us were available, and you were floating around in Discord, and you were drafted.
It happens. It happens. I want to bring up now. Everybody that's in here has talked about their experience here. Oh my God! Look who just came in, a massive blast from the past. Have you been listening to the whole thing, Dravenos? His mic is on, off, not on.
Mic check.
I just drug him in here.
Yeah, he wasn't ready for that.
Dragged him in. Okay,
I messaged him right before, so.
Okay, I'll go on with what I was going to say. One person
hello?
who's
Shit,
He's
it
there.
works now.
All right.
you
What's
just
up,
got dragged
guys?
into the podcast.
A whole blast. from the
Long
past.
time no speak.
Amen, brother. How have you been?
Okay, I suppose.
So for those that don't know, Dravenos was on episode 3 through like Chig. I'm sure you got the stats.
Do
3
you want
through.
the exact last episode he was on?
Hold on, let me guess. 3 through 75.
Not even close.
3 through 52.
Well, 52 is when he came back for the 1 year anniversary.
Oh my God, this show's been on forever.
Seeka's 52 weeks. You know what I'm talking about.
He was
Works.
3 through 21.
Wow, I felt like he was on there a lot longer.
Yeah, I always think that too. Dravenos was on a total of 14 episodes, including the anniversary episode, and it really seems like he was on way more than that.
That was before the dark times,
You guys
before the
are-
Empire.
He left a lasting impression.
You guys honor me. I appreciate that.
I'm glad that you decided to show up. I was going to mention you were the 1D that I was going to mention. I was going to mention Dubs. Dubs isn't here tonight.
Yep.
He's been on the show. Let me just see. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey.
Tied for 5th most times.
Oh wow.
And he's not here tonight. He had a family tragedy that he's dealing with some stuff, so he's going to be out of commission here for a few weeks. So our thoughts are with you, Dubs. And his story about how we got here, he probably doesn't remember because he's not very intelligent. So he's definitely forgotten how he got here and why he's here. But we miss you, Dubs. We're thinking about you. And I just want to point one thing out too. All the people here who've shared their stories about how they ended up here, not a single one of us knew each other before we joined this Discord.
Nope.
Not a one.
It's absolutely bonkers that you guys, I think I spend more time communicating with than let's not talk to my wife about this, but more than members of my family. I think we stay in contact. You guys are like my family. We need to get a lot of us together somewhere sometime and do. I know we've discussed this. I don't know if LooseCon or ScrewCon, any of those are a good idea.
Neither of them are
We don't need
good.
to be Googling that.
I don't think the naming
Hey,
on
look.
that's gonna work.
Yeah,
look,
that's what I'm saying. So,
All I got to say is if you call it ScrewCon, you're going to have some really interesting people show up.
and I'm excited for that. I'm on board. So, but what I'm saying is we do need to get something together at some point where a lot of us can actually meet in person for the first time. Some of us have lived, I don't know, relatively close to each other, a matter of 4 or 5 hours, but we've never actually gotten together and met. But you guys, yeah, this stupid freaking thing that you started, Ty, has now some of my closest friends are members of this community. So just thank
Yeah.
you.
That was
all I
the
wanna
other
say.
thing I wanted to say, Ty, was thank you. Thank you for making this community, because I have made a lot of friends here, and I don't have like real life friends. All I have is, as far as friends, really, is you guys.
May I interject here?
Yes,
Yeah.
go ahead, Dravenos.
All right, because I just wanted to say, hey, listen to all you guys' stories tonight. Holy shit! And just knowing that I was a part of this, it's awesome to see how much this thing has grown and how many people we have in here. I remember when we got the damn new theme song, and me and Ty were on Discord on the phone that night, and we were both nerding out over it. Man, it was awesome.
Yeah, I think the whole length of that song is like a minute 10, minute 20, something like that. I had that thing on repeat. I have a 45-minute drive from work to home. I had that thing on repeat all the way home. The day that you sent me that tracks.
Well, you know what's funny about me actually hopping in here tonight is I've actually been playing American Truck Simulator.
And there's the
got
new
it for,
podcast. That's what we're doing next.
Because I got it for free. And I was sitting here and I'm like, wait, why do I enjoy this so much? It reminds me of Elite. Because all I'm doing is making deliveries.
Wait
The
a
only
minute.
hard part about this is backing up a fucking trailer.
Oh, come
But other
on.
than that,
Lots of-
no, my sweet.
You got testosterone, you should be able to back up a trailer.
But,
There's a lot of
no, other than
truck
that,
simulator screenshots turn up in that channel lately. There's a lot of truck sim love here in Discord. Yeah, lots.
well, my phone kind of broke, and by that I mean one of my LCD crystals busted and then spread across the whole phone.
Ooh.
And I currently don't have access to my email because everything I have set up is two-factor authentication. And guess what I can't read?
Is it Android?
The text message that is sent from my email.
Is it an Android?
Mm-hmm.
So does it have USB-C on it?
It's a USB-C. It's USB Mini. Blah. No,
I don't think that'll work.
It's a Galaxy S7.
Oh, if it was the USB-C, you could plug it into a monitor.
Yeah, I've looked up various things.
Anyway, all right, Chig. I'm gonna ask you some hard questions about statistics here because I got to know.
All right.
All right, man. How many countries have people listened to this podcast out of?
I don't have those statistics.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
I can call that up.
I'm
You-
going to
you
go
do-
more than 3.
Well, there was a point there where it was like 150 or 120 or something like that, and I was like, "Holy shit!"
I can probably look at some of that.
Well, let me
here.
tell you this. Let's
Yeah.
do this. How many minutes do you think we've recorded of this podcast?
Oh God.
And by we, I mean collectively. This is not any individual here. Among all the shows that we've recorded, how many minutes?
Are we counting the Kai treks?
It's like half the minutes. I'm going every episode record. Well, first off, let me just do this. This is technically episode 146 tonight, but it's actually episode, I think, 162 have been recorded because of the interviews. You know, you had the Burrs on, and that wasn't a numbered episode. We've had devs on. You know, we didn't put those in the rotation. The numbers are actually every weekly episode. So there's been 146 of those, but then there's another 16 recorded episodes with special guests. You know, like the Burrs. I think Astro was on here. Alec Turner. You know, we've had. Hold on. I'm just gonna scroll up and name some of these people so that we're sure. The Pilot was your first special guest. The Pilot. First Pilot of the week was Buzz Tightgear. I think you did that just because of his name. Alec Turner was on here. Tweaked came on. Edelweiss. Exegius was on here. Freaking Exegius was on here. That's crazy. Astra from Down to Earth Astronomy. Now you went on a little run of Lave Radio folks. We had Shan Souverain, Atris 5060, Phoenix to Fire was on here. We did Stephen Benedetti. We did an episode with another episode we did when we had Stephen and Bruce on here. We've had Mal and Psychit on here from good old Flight Assist podcast. They were on this show. Grover Kiwi popped on here at one time. Awan popped on here. Those are some of the special guests we've had, kind of one shots over the years, and those are kind of the special episodes that trickled in, where we snuck some people in. So that's why we've got 162 episodes now. In the full 162 episodes, how many minutes do you think that is?
14,500.
Anybody else got to guess?
Is it Price is Right rules?
I'm going Price is Right rules.
14,501.
At least 3.
At least 3. Yeah. Good answer.
Let me see. They're going 14,000. Okay, so are we counting the special episodes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Counting the special episodes.
Doing math in his head.
Going 9,400.
I'm doing.
I'll
14.
go
Go ahead.
1550. Like
I'm gonna-
15,050.
15,050. All right.
I'm going 14,580.
Okay.
That was my math as well, Nicole.
30,000.
I know what me and Hate were basing it on.
I'm going to give
10,000 and a half.
All right. I'm going to give Dravenos the win. 15,779 minutes.
Whoa.
Now,
wrong.
now, keep in mind that is
Including
about,
the 3.5 hour
about
long
263 hours, right?
Yeah.
And for the record,
keep in mind that wouldn't get you even halfway to elite in CQC. Just thought I mentioned.
so Haight and I were both guessing 14,580. That's 162 times 90 minutes.
Yep.
Which means our average episode is longer than 90 minutes.
Yeah.
You
So
want to know the exact average?
Sure.
98 minutes.
There you go.
Hey.
so all
That's
time.
how close whatever.
This is related. So all time plays 123,000.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
So that's average plays per episode 391.
Hey, that's not
Nice.
bad, man.
It's all right for a for a thing like this. I mean,
Well,
come on.
It's at this point that we apologize. We're sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this
Listen
is
to all of that.
well, I mean, this is a nuanced game. Not a lot of people are into it. Like
We don't
Elite
use
never
big words
really
like
blew up.
nuanced.
Yeah, we don't allow big words like that on this podcast.
Okay, fine. I'll put some of the drawl in there, make it sound
There you
better.
go.
Is that okay?
Oh,
Is that
there.
right?
Now
There we
he
go.
sounds like
Well, that's
me.
better. Yeah.
Like, you want me to sound like Shaggy Do? I could do that too.
Let's not do that.
What else do you have,
Sorry,
Chase?
having nightmares.
Now, we mentioned before Dravenos had been on 21 episodes.
Mhm.
And it seems like he had been on a lot more than that because it was the really, the beginning of this show and when things were growing. But it's always interesting to know. I mean, I think we all know who's been on the most episodes.
Tracks.
Tracks.
Yep, 102 freaking episodes. Tonight's
Although-
103.
Quickly losing that title as I'm usually here every other week now.
Quickly
Quickly getting overtaken.
Yeah, but who's second?
Probably Chig.
I think it's still Chig.
97. He's
Oh.
2 ahead of me. I've got 95.
I'll be damned.
And then we've
Oh,
got
wow.
a really, really interesting, very close race. We have got Dubs, Data, and Hate. Which of those 3 has been on the most?
Dubs.
Me.
Dubs, yeah.
Data.
It's Dubs.
Dubs.
Wow.
Didn't
Nobody said Hate. Hate's been on 65.
Wow. Well, he's so
Oh, wow.
quiet.
Dubs and Data have both been on 64. That's how close.
Oh, that's dead heat.
Yeah, dead
Wow.
heat.
That's because they're the same person.
Yep. Exactly. It's
Remember?
cheating.
Yeah.
So them combined, they've been on 128
Yeah.
episodes. But all right, and then after that, then we've got Nurgle. How many do you think you've been on, Nergs?
54.
60. Good guess. Good
Oh,
guess.
Close.
And then
That's
third
half
on the
his age.
list. Third on the list is a name from the past, Kai Zen. He was on 31 episodes. And then after that is Teflon, been on 25. Dravenos has been on 21. Then we got Devoluter, whom we all miss. Wish you were back here,
Yes.
buddy.
Yes.
He was on 14 episodes. And then we've got Blame the Bard, who has managed to be live on 7 episodes. He's been recorded multiple episodes, but he's actually been here to actually speak live a whopping 7 times. We need to pump those numbers up. Those are rookie
Yes, we
numbers
do.
there.
So
Yeah.
rookie numbers.
We do miss you, Devo.
Yes, sir.
For
It's
real.
it's funny. Hate said something like he misses Devo earlier in the chat, and I was like, yeah, I'm missing Devo too. So it's funny.
Yeah, we've had some quite a. I don't know. It's a great community. Devo, I know when they canceled consoles officially, that was the final straw for him.
Yep.
And he just he pulled the plug. Do you know when that was announced? How long ago that was announced? Do you guys know that? I just know
February.
that 'cause I've got it in my notes of show notes.
February.
Yeah,
Yeah.
February 21.
It was in March.
Ah,
So
Yeah.
close.
Yeah. So
Still
March,
hurts.
He does another podcast too about wrestling.
Wrestling.
Yeah,
That's
everyone
right.
should definitely check out the Turnbuckle Boogie and give him
Yep.
some love on Apple
Yeah.
podcasts.
I listened
and
to
then
that. It's good.
yell at him for not being here.
But
And-
he puts a lot into that show. Let me tell you, it's not easy to do more than one podcast.
We should congratulate him
And-
for all that he did bring to us.
Quit
Yeah.
making yourself a victim, Trax. I don't want to hear it.
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying you don't.
Oh.
I don't blame him
Just
for
stating
wanting to focus on something, especially then getting getting the console shaft. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in the course of this show, we've had people get married, we've had people get divorced, we've had
Sometimes
babies
both.
born. Yep. Yeah. We've had babies born. We've had a few deaths. We've had a few really close deaths.
Yep.
Yep.
A Jello Wiggler. We all can go back to Evelyn and stuff. I mean, that
Evelyn's
was a
lot.
massive tragedy that there's actually a point of interest in game dedicated to her. Thank you, FDev.
Which this community did. Like
Yeah.
we all talked to the devs and we did that.
I remember reading about that, and I was really proud of that moment for you guys.
It's 3 years doesn't sound like a long time, but in video game years, that's an eternity. And because games come and go, and it's just getting faster now. The way the industry is, we're getting more and more games come out. I heard a statistic the other day that 4,000 games are added to Steam every day.
What?
Oh,
That
Yeah.
can't be right. There's no
No.
way that's right.
users maybe, not games.
Games?
I have no way to
We're all
verify this
Googling.
information.
I
I
know.
have no way to verify it. It's strictly. I read that. I'm like, there's no way in hell that's right. But I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna keep that stat.
I'm
So
gonna keep saying it.
I don't know. I'm kind of tempted to believe it because I mean, I don't know what your guys' unplayed Steam library looks like. But mine is been huge.
Oh, it's a lot.
Well, what I was gonna say is you got to think about like games like clicker games, though.
yeah,
Something stupid simple. They just release it and go, and then
Well, in 2021, 11,000 games were released. So
Oh.
instead of the
that's a little different then.
yeah, instead of like the 7 million that you think should have been released.
Thanks, Captain
Well,
Math.
I was just keeping the stat, man. It was a good article, and I was like, I don't think that's right, but I'm gonna keep that stat. I like that stat.
I
So
think somebody might have mistook a decimal point for a comma.
Captain Math keeping it real.
You have to just
But
turn
it's
off.
still, that's a lot of fucking games. Still, that's
Yeah,
it's
crazy
still,
how many are being put out. Yeah.
You got to think about it in context. Just a few years ago, we were getting 1 or 2 games every. God, we were basically getting like 2 or 3 games a year.
I mean,
2 or 3 major
that's-
titles a year.
11,000 a year is still 30 games a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I can still remember the limited selection even back when I joined Steam in 2012.
yeah.
oh, your Steam account's a baby.
Holy cow. Yeah.
Yeah. So
precious
wait, you
child.
do it real quick. Who has the oldest Steam account? I think mine goes back to like 2007.
Check
do I
your
check that?
check your ID numbers.
If your goes
How many
back to
digits is in your ID number?
2007,
Oh, mine's real young.
Nurgle
Let's
is
see. 1.
one.
I can't log into
No.
Steam right now because I'm my cell phone.
I was not an early adopter of the Steam platform. In fact, I got on Steam to get on Elite.
Let me see. I can tell you, my Steam account was created when the Orange Box came out.
Okay, so September 12th, 2003.
There we go. So I beat
Was-
Ty. Ha.
No, I'm
I'm
saying
trying to
that's
figure out
that's when my Steam was created. It was when Counter-Strike 1.6 I think was
What was the date?
September 12th,
just-
2003. It says my member.
I was like, that's like
Where
my
do you find
anniversary.
I didn't think Steam
Uh,
came out to 2004. Was it 2003 when it came out? Well, Half-Life 2. So when was that?
Okay.
it was
maybe-
before Half-Life 2.
Okay.
Because I got on it before, like when Half-Life 1 and Counter-Strike 1.6 was happening, and they created Steam. So if
How
you
did
go
you
to your
find
Steam
that?
and then
Yeah.
open up your library, and then there's your username right past the community
library.
tab. Go to
Uh-huh.
profile.
Okay.
And then it says up in the top, it says like level. Mine says 11. I don't know what that means. Probably means how much money I gave him.
that's like there's points Steam's give
Yeah.
you.
So
and-
then you
Yeah.
mouse over 18 years of service. And
Oh,
if you mouse
okay.
over that, it says member since.
Well, I can't
Gotcha,
do all
gotcha.
that, but I can go ahead and tell you.
Mine doesn't even
mine
do
is
that.
Yeah,
Oh,
mine
really?
is-
Sometime in
Service.
November of 2007
Yeah.
is when my Steam account was
When,
created.
when I mouse over it, nothing happens.
Oh, really?
Mine says December 28th, 2006. which I think that's actually when I picked up Half-Life 2. So
Mine says I joined Steam yesterday. That can't be right.
It's probably wrong.
That's my profile say.
how do I put this into chat? Where's the chat?
There is no chat in this thingy. So you have to like scroll up to another channel.
Yeah, there's a live stream voice text. if you
Yeah, I
want.
just gotta scroll the right thing. All right, so
All right,
There's so
somebody
much
try to beat
crap
me.
in here.
September 12th, 2003. Somebody try to beat
I
me.
think
I can
think-
tell you September
still
12th, 2003. That was my date. I can tell you. I can't tell you how many countries this podcast is listened to in because I'm just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. It doesn't give me
Gotcha.
a total, but it looks like it's all of them. But I will tell you, 59% of listens happen in the United States, and then 18% in the UK, 6% in Canada, 5% in Australia, 2% in Germany, 1% in New Zealand and Sweden, and then less than 1% in Norway, Netherlands, Ireland, Serbia, Switzerland, South Africa, Brazil, Spain, Israel, France, Belgium, Finland, Denmark, Italy, Poland, Austria, Hong Kong, Estonia, Thailand, Czech Republic, Romania, Greece, Mexico, Japan, Puerto Rico, Singapore.
Okay, I'm okay.
I'm
you're
a
naming
quarter
every
of the way
country.
down the scroll bar.
But let me just say this: I'm
Come on,
curious. The
Ireland.
way you read that list, what the fuck order are those countries in?
Order of percentage listened to.
Okay, because I'm like, that's not alphabetical. That's what the
Well,
hell.
I mean, it makes sense.
Like government
that
type?
we're
I
number
don't know.
one because I mean,
Government type.
an American podcast.
Oh,
But
look,
come on, Ireland,
look,
1%. Come
Manitou.
on, Ireland.
Manitou, December 10, 2021. I thought he was telling me 2001. I was like,
yeah,
never
Mine
mind.
says member since April 22nd, 2011.
Hey,
And if you have a badge like of years of service, if you mouse over the badge, it shows years of service, members since April 22nd, 2011.
Aha! March 31st, 2019.
I
told you.
baby.
I joined Steam just to download Elite.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's and
The
that
the
for
number
me
next to
is
years
this
of service is not correct though.
no, it's not.
member since November 14th, 2018. And I know I had a Steam account years ago, so I must have started a new Steam account at some point.
They didn't track a lot of stuff beforehand, so
Yeah, there like I have probably about 1,500 hours. It's kind of like Elite. Like Elite says, I have like I can't remember how many weeks or months of playtime.
Yeah.
But my Steam game time is different than my in-game time. Well, that's because I had it before Steam.
I was also gonna say it's probably because of the launcher too, because sometimes like when you launch the game from the game launcher that Steam launches, it'll close that out, so it says you're not playing even though you're playing.
No, but my Steam game time is actually shorter than my in-game time. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
well, it's different launchers. Anyway.
Oh, I
like
see what you're
I have an Oculus one. Like if I launch it from Oculus, I actually don't have that anymore. But for a while, I had the Oculus version installed instead of Steam VR version, and so on.
Yep.
Oh man,
This is sad. Steam says my Elite Dangerous time in the past 2 weeks is 76.1 hours. I'm a full-time employee.
Oh no! Oh, I think is McGeek beating me? March 19,
get you?
2003.
Yeah, he got you.
That's it. The crown
Okay.
has changed hands.
All right, so here's the big
Here,
question. When
McGeek,
did
this is your crown now.
Is this a crown that you want? though?
2005.
I
No,
mean-
he didn't beat me. Never mind.
Steam launched. The initial launch date was September 12th, 2003. So if you were in before then, you had
so
to
I
be
get
a
in
member
a
of the
beta? Oh,
You had
okay.
to be. September 12th, 2003.
Damn tracks.
Yeah, I was gonna say I remember like getting. Well, I don't know. It was like some kind of. It
Were
was
you
like,
like-
come download this thing. I don't know. I was in college.
You're like
What was I supposed
4
to do?
years old? Oh, you're okay.
I was in college when I got.
I was doing
Steam.
math because I thought you were like 23 or something. So I assumed.
I'm
That was the year I
39
was
years
getting
old.
exposed.
Chig.
Oh my God! What?
You
so
thought I was
confused.
23? You did not.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I did.
He's got gray in his beard.
He says, "My kid's 7. What do you think I'm doing over
yeah.
here?"
Well, I don't know. Time vortex thing. I don't know.
I mean,
I
come
just
on,
work
let's
here.
admit it. The past 2 years have felt like fucking an eternity. So
I figured you were dyeing that gray hair into your beard. It's too.
It's supposed to be blonde. Back
Love
and said
that.
it was blonde.
Love that.
All right.
I
So
mean, that is a thing, though.
Dyeing
So
gray
let's-
hair into your beard.
No, not into your beard necessarily, but I've seen like really young girls walking around with their hair dyed gray in Walmart, so you know.
Yeah.
Well,
well,
Walmart.
Following around young girls in Walmart. I'm
All right.
concerned about this.
Yeah.
I know,
Okay.
Pump the brakes,
these are
everybody,
things
pump
I
the
pass
brakes.
while I'm buying my fucking potato chips, okay?
All right.
So what you're saying is you follow girls around eat potato chips?
All right, favorite
I'm just
favorite
gonna keep my
flavor-
mouth shut before I dig this hole any deeper.
favorite flavor potato chip.
And you know it's a
Go.
Southern Walmart, so it's all
Yeah.
tight pants and no teeth.
Oh, Jesus fucking
Yeah.
Christ.
It's Tweety-bird
All
shirt.
right. Let me wrangle this in a little bit because we do need to do like the podcast stuff for just a minute.
That man eats a lot of
Dude.
potato chips.
Do we have a squadron report?
We have a squadron.
Okay.
Hit me.
We have a
Or
squad.
you do the thing.
Hi, now you're making me work. You're going to make me actually show some work for my 80 hours.
Yeah, Nurgle, I got to ask first. My squadron briefing last week, did that meet your approval? Did you listen to last week's show?
Well, you know, the sad thing is I updated the notes for last week's show, so you could have read the actual squadron briefing, but you were close enough.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Close enough. So everybody has been working really hard, especially this past week, because we had a bunch of systems that were threatening to go into expansion. And I'm not even going to try to name names. Most of them are actually are listening to the podcast right now, either on YouTube or on the stage channel. But I'm not going to name names because I'd leave somebody out. But we knocked all of them back down, really out of the danger zone. The only thing we've got left really is 6 and 7 Andromeda, which are unsinkable rubber duckies and tend to just bubble back up unless we repeatedly whack them over the head. We've got one retreat that we're actually concerned about because we don't want to have an opening in one of our systems. And we're still trying to close the gap in LHS 3980 to try to put 6 Andromeda or United 6 Andromeda Democrats in charge there, so we have a source of bounties to try to counteract 6 Andromeda. Other than that, we're keeping it kind of calm right now. Hopefully it stays this way for a little while so we can kind of take a break, fight in a couple of wars, go out, do some mining, go kill some Thargoids, do whatever you want to do and relax while we look for another target without just being on that constant hamster wheel like we have been for the past few weeks. And the details for all of that are in the most recent post in the standing orders channel in the Discord. So if you want the details on the exact who, what, when, and where, you can go there and get all of the specifics. And if you have any questions, you can put those in the Loose Screws faction channel on the Discord, and me or Hate or somebody else will be sure to get you the answers you need.
Woo!
Woo. I do have a quick story I wanted to share real quick while I was thinking of. This is completely off topic, but it just popped in my head and I have to share it real quick. We were talking about.
Can't wait to know what's off topic on a show like this.
Yeah.
we were talking about doing, Screwed Con or whatever. Or Screwed Con.
Jesus. ED
So-
Con? Nope.
No. No.
Right about God, I can't remember. Right before COVID kind of really hit the fan, there was a listener who actually reached out to me in Discord chat and said, "Hey, I actually put together conventions and stuff, and I live down in Austin. Would you be interested in doing something like that?" I was like, "Send me some details." And then COVID happened. So we all kind of put it off, and then he kind of stopped responding to messages. So I just kind of blew it off. But I don't even know how to do that. But if it was like, I don't know if Austin would be a good place to do it. But if we could actually arrange something like that, I think that still would be cool. So if by chance that listener still listens, reach back out to me, please.
Well, my question is, are we going to need an ARC if we come to Austin to do it?
Look, man, you don't know anything about Texas. Texas goes through like 3-year cycles. It's like 1 year we are freezing cold, and then the next year we are like sun hot, and then the following year we're just like wet. So we're entering into our wet phase.
One day you were this, the next day you were that, and the day after
We're
that.
definitely that. We're definitely that, but it happens a little bit here and there too. So
Haven't you already had the super deep freeze, the baking heat wave, and the flooding rain all in this year?
No, I think that was yesterday.
No, we actually had we actually had the deep freeze 2 years or no
Last year.
Last year is where we hit the coldest I've ever seen it. Which if you go by the conspiracy theorists, so one of my buddy of mine is a true conspiracy theorist believer who thinks that the government did that to hurt voters in Texas. They sent us a blizzard.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was the Texas government that did it. Yes, they
Yep,
let their power grid go to shit.
Yep, that's exactly what happened.
Well,
Yeah,
now
they did
that's interesting.
Okay,
I got
so
a
this con is going to be somewhere other than
No,
Texas.
the true answer. I
What are
mean,
the elections?
it's Ohio. It's the
It's gotta be Ohio.
geographic, economic, and cultural center of America. I can't think of a better place. It's
and the
heart of it
center
all.
of
Doesn't like
loose
driving
screws.
far.
I mean,
Yeah.
you total up all the users, all the community members, where they live, and plot them on a map, and the center of that circle
Yeah,
is Ohio.
we know where
If
all of you
drawn
live.
sufficiently large enough, yes.
I mean, three of us live here
Yeah,
on this show right now.
Haight, I'm pretty sure
Yep.
lives on the border.
What you're saying is ScrewCon is going to be Teflon, data, and tracks.
We're gonna rent the conference center at the local Comfort Inn and Suites. And
Have a continental breakfast. And
yeah,
Guys, it's got like 13 chairs.
It's gonna be
Oh,
like
shit.
it's gonna be like that band that performed in Denny's. We're just gonna show up as a group.
Yeah.
It's gonna be it at Denny's.
What the fuck is up, Denny's? You guys know that one. You guys know the what the fuck is up, Denny's,
Yeah.
right?
What was the name of the band at Blues Brothers? Is that Marv and the Magic Tones or something? When he was playing with that shag piano?
I was thinking about our friends in England going, what the fuck's a Denny's?
so yeah.
And we'll introduce you.
If you ever come to the States, get a Grand Slamwich. It's the best.
Grand Slam.
They're great. I love them.
You sit, and there you are, 2:00 in the morning, shit faced in Denny's.
My drunk food was always IHOP, to be honest.
Yeah, you realize that all now our friends in England are also going to be like, what the fuck's a Grand Slam? So
The bases are loaded in a game of American baseball.
They'll be
When
like,
the
"This is
bases
the
are
Grand Slam
loaded
we
and
made."
you order the moon over my hammy, but it comes out cold, that's a grand slam.
I
Ground-based.
was thinking too, they make fun of I can't understand baseball. People in England, you have a game called cricket. What the fuck? That nobody knows. That game.
It's a sticky wicket.
That's
That's all I know. That's all I know.
I mean, if we hold loose screws,
I thought the
con
sticky
in,
wicket
like,
was
the
croquet.
southern part,
Oh.
Oh.
if we hold loose screws con in like the southern or like the western part of Ohio near Indiana, then we'll have to have it not at Denny's but at Airline Chili or
Don't say
Skyline
it.
Chili.
Don't say
Hey,
Skyline
Chili.
Chili. Nope.
Oh,
No.
I'll travel many miles to eat chili.
I'll volunteer that it's not chili. Spoiler
It's not.
alert for everyone who
It's not.
doesn't live in
Yeah.
Cincinnati. It's not chili. I'll
What
volunteer
is it?
my own house before I'll let us have it at
You heard it. Confirmed.
either of the
Screw-
Cincinnati chili
Contracts
joints.
this house.
We're gonna break
Confirmed.
that floor.
You got
Yeah.
Gold Star Chili and you got Skyline Chili.
That'll be
Gold
the
Star
combo.
is the even sadder runner up. Skyline is like
No.
the classic. They are both watery beans served on spaghetti, which is weird and
Yes.
doesn't make sense. It's not good.
I don't like
We-
anything about watery beans.
Oh my god. We're moving on. We're moving on.
What
We
other
need
hot dog
neutral
sauce?
territory. We're going to do it in Memphis because of the barbecue.
Hey, now wait a minute though. The English, they'll throw those beans on fucking toast and call it a breakfast. So
Yeah, they're weird.
Yeah.
Do we have a blame the bard?
We don't. Do you want to play the one that I failed to play last week?
Do it.
Do
it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Here we go. That was his best one. That was his best one. Shame on me for not playing that last week. And a Futurama joke. Oh my god. Such a fan.
Where can I get me that self-destruct module without a timer?
The combat log
great.
button.
Bolt the chat.
Oops, I forgot to watch that chat.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Oh, it was perfect. It was perfect, Volt. Perfect.
Oh my god, I've been not watching this chat. Nobody beat my score in Steam, right? Okay, good.
I don't think so.
All right.
I don't know. Somebody who's been watching it, let us know.
Your Steam account is old enough to vote.
What's left? Just Chick Chat?
Chick chat, cheese, anything else that we sort of do sometimes.
Oh, shit. There's a Chig chat tonight?
Doesn't have to be.
I'm not singing it tonight.
We've got them queued up.
That's
yeah,
right.
go. Yeah, I'll do a Chig chat. Play the Chig chat. Any one of them. Play them all.
Oops.
I did that one.
I don't have these very well labeled. They just have numbers. I have really no idea what it's going to play when I click on one of them.
Do another one just for shits and giggles.
What are the numbers? What's the range?
420, 69.
I have 2, 3. That one was called rap. I guess I should have known what that was. And then I have one that says tie. I assumed the one that said tie was that one, but I guess the tie one must be a different one.
Let's find out.
All right, the tie one.
See, I love that one because you can tell he got to a point and had to stop and think of something to do. And then he goes, where are the cheese?
I was trying to remember my head. I had it played so perfectly, I forgot it.
Okay, hold on. Somebody requested something from the old days. It's no longer on my board, but I still have it. Here we go.
Oh, God.
It's an older file, but it checks out.
It's an older code, sir, but it checks out. This one.
Oh.
So, do you guys know who did the voiceover for that sound effect?
You did.
Is it that obvious?
No, I remember.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We've been around. We pay attention sometimes.
Sometimes.
I had no idea.
Yeah, that's me pitched down.
That's good stuff.
It's like you used to pitch tie up.
That's right. For the ties a woman thing when he was
We're
talking
still
about
doing that, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all pitched up tonight. All right, so Chick Chat. Let's do an actual Chick Chat.
Yeah.
My Chick Chat tonight. What Chick Chat has become is giving people recognition and giving shout outs for cool stuff they did in the community. There haven't been a lot of elites or stuff to reward, but I'm just going to go with random stuff people put into Chick Picks because I love it. One was Blooming Wind put up Cheese of the Week, and it was a easy cheese that's called Kong Easy Cheese. You can squirt into a thing for your dog to eat. I definitely would eat that on a cracker, or I will lick it out of a Kong. I don't care.
Dog
I'm just gonna
cheese.
say that right now. Yeah, dog cheese.
Doesn't that make dogs fart? I thought cheese was really bad for dogs.
Everything
farting.
makes me fart because I'm old, so it's all good. And then Roger Rabbit put up a picture of a kid who filled his chapstick tube with cheese so he could eat cheese in class.
Dude,
That kid is living in the future.
That kid is going places. He's a
Yeah,
future engineer.
Yeah. And then we discovered something this week called what are these what were they called?
The chuggers.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think of the obvious plants where this guy makes up fake products and puts them on shelves. And one is
it's
called
a
Chuggers
obvious
cottage
plant
cheese drink. Yeah, obvious plant.
On Instagram.
Yep, and he's got all kinds of stuff like Chuggers, for instance. It's a cottage cheese drink that has a lingering taste and just absolutely looks hideous and is stored at room temperature.
I gotta
And there were
show
a
some
couple
of these
others.
because it's not unless
so
you get the
good.
full effect. So let's see,
Oh
Instagram.
my god, it looks so gross.
Obvious plant.
I can't look at it without wanting to puke.
I know. But see, like dog bobbers that go bobbing for hot dogs, I do that.
You're
All
streaming
right.
these, aren't you?
Yeah,
Okay, good.
He's pulling it up.
I'm pulling it up. So
Oh, we're gonna see pictures.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
there's so
Here we go.
many of them. Like, oh shoot,
Oh, I've seen
viewing
these.
Instagram on the
Alright.
web is tough. Anyway, but he like makes actual product packages.
As far as you can go, sir. You have to log in.
I can't do.
I'm
Hold on,
sure.
I can go. Can I go back into Chig Chat and pull up the actual Chuggers thing?
Could be.
Yeah.
Chig Picks. Hold on, I can do that. I can just drag it into the. So many. What is this? Dog bobbers? Go bobbing for hot dogs. The fuck? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm scrolling up. Here it is. Chuggers. Includes prize now as liquid. Lingering taste.
God.
Healthy in quotes.
Oh, just
It looks like it could really be cottage cheese in those bottles too. It's so disgusting.
It's nasty.
Was that
Just-
Volt?
It was
no.
Volt.
It was Volt who
posted the
shared
worst
it.
thing ever. Did you
Okay,
see what he
okay.
did in NSFW? He posted that in Chig Picks, but because it's cottage cheese, obviously, he posted another one in NSFW this week. Did you see that shit?
I
The
don't.
ketchup
I don't. I
flavored
try not
ice
to look in
cream?
that channel.
Or the mayonnaise
yeah.
flavored ice cream?
Or the
Hold on, I'm
salad
going there.
cream. The salad cream flavored ice cream.
Yeah,
Salad cream.
No, you don't have to scroll up very far. Go to NSFW and just scroll up like 3 turns of your mouse.
Where are we at? I don't even see an
Uh.
SFW. Where is an
Keep-
S? There, I
Up
got
top.
it.
You'll know it when you find it.
Who timed out Volt?
For the Heinz tomato ketchup ice cream, he deserves a timeout.
Oh God, I just
That's
that
nasty.
just makes me sick.
That's so nasty.
What in the hell?
That is.
So I did try the macaroni and cheese ice cream,
Now that I do.
and I'm mad that it wasn't worse. Like, it wasn't terrible. It also wasn't good, and I'm glad I didn't spend any money on it.
Oh, I'd give that a try in a heartbeat, without a doubt. So,
I think Volt's earned another timeout. Tracks.
I think with his
Oh.
name upside down and posting shit like that, he's lucky he wasn't kicked from the server. To tell you the truth.
Vault, your name's messed up. Fix it.
Fix your name and never post anything like that again. And then we've posted some nasty shit on this server. That to me that wins.
Yeah, I draw the line there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
just
All right.
wait till Dubs hears this. He's
I'm-
going to
I'm-
take that as a challenge.
I'm done walking. Looking at that. That could be the most awful thing I've ever seen in my life.
yeah. I can't. And scroll through this channel, you'll see some pretty fucking bad stuff. But that is the worst. It's
That's
not even
it.
close. Yeah,
Volt
he
wins.
He wins.
You won the internet today, sir. Congratulations. Oh, okay.
I officially hate that kid. All right.
All right, I
What else
straightened
we
it.
got?
I hit it with a clothes iron.
Next
What
time I
happened to
see you in
text?
the voice chat, Volt, I'm putting you in the penalty box.
Permanently. Oh,
All right.
Volt right side up. Look at that. He gets to stay.
Nope.
Why
still
is-
penalty box.
Why does he have 16 volts? Is what I don't understand.
That
How does
guy.
he? Oh, okay. All right. What's next? What do we got left here?
I don't know. What do we got? A word from our sponsor, Craft Singles. If you don't
If
like
you
it,
don't like it,
fuck you.
Like you?
Oh, so let me answer. I can't say his name. Baramir's question. He had a question about why I started the podcast. Whole thing kind of started like this, man. So my fiance Nicole, who at the time was my girlfriend, was basically telling me you need to do something creative to kind of let out your creative juices.
Gross.
Basically, because I was irritating her
I was
with like,
waiting for that.
basically because I was irritating her with like pictures and crap all the time of like crap I did in Photoshop and stuff. She's like, "Look, just go
You're
do
sending
something
her
cool."
pictures of crap.
Anyway, Jesus.
Let him go, because I totally get this. This is why I play D&D. It's my creative outlet. Go ahead, Ty.
Yeah. So I told her, well, I'm gonna do a podcast, and the whole idea, because I talked to my cousin Chad and my friend Gunskill, who I've literally known for like since I was like 6, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we definitely want to do this," and they're actually on the very first episode, because the very first episode was about Elite Dangerous, which I was very much into at the time, and we covered a bunch of other gaming stuff. So we did that first episode, and they were like, "Oh man, this is so cool!" And I was like, "Well, y'all want to do another one?" Like, yeah, we'll do another one. And then next week, nobody showed. So that's why the second episode was just
episode. Yep.
yeah, and that's literally and so why is it called Loose Screws? It's pretty simple. This happened right about the time that the Crate Mark II was released, and when it was released, I remember looking around the ship in VR, and my buddy Gunskill, who was playing with me at the time, was looking around the ship in VR, and we were looking at all the cables and how they were kind of strung all over the different place. And he made the comment, it was like, there's probably some loose screws floating around in here. And for some reason, it stuck with me. That's the name of the podcast, because that was when we were kind of designing what we were going to do with the podcast. And that's literally how it all came about.
And now it's not a name of a podcast; it's a way of life around here.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's the
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
It's enough divorced from like something that many people might immediately think of when they think of this game. It's like what that's why you get that question, right? But that's also like why it's a good name for a podcast / community / whatever we want, because it's like, who cares? This is now so much bigger. And anyway, I've always thought about that. Like, it on the one hand it makes no sense, but on the other hand, doesn't making no sense make perfect sense?
Yeah. And the whole idea with it was going to be about multiple games and just whatever game we were playing at that moment, because we tend to flop around doing different games. And I never intended to have a freaking Discord, and never intended to have an in-game squadron. I never intended to have any of that. And because I think it was actually Dravenos who was prodding me to get a Discord going. And so I did, and shortly after that, people in the Discord were like, "Man, it'd be so cool to be able to do stuff with our own squadron." And I was just like, I don't want to run a squadron. I don't want to do that. There's a lot of stuff. I don't even understand that part of the game. I still don't understand that part of the game, except that I hear it's broken and it's kind of jacked up from time to time.
Yeah.
Well, then let me take this opportunity to thank you for doing it, because if you hadn't done it, I know me and probably most of the rest of us wouldn't be here.
Norton would
Yeah.
have a second job.
I think it's a humongous component for what has grown the community. I think the game faction is probably bigger than or at least as big as just the podcast itself, as far as outreach and finding new people and keeping them involved.
Yeah.
And capturing them forever.
Exactly.
That took a weird turn. I like it. Go on.
So, anyway, Bear Mirror, that's basically how the podcast was going. So I hope I got your question answered. That's why I did it. It was basically just, I just wanted to.
And now, why are you going away?
A
Put you on
couple
the
different. So, I originally took the break from the podcast because there was a death and a dark time, and it just seemed like the right time to kind of do all that, to take a break from it. And then you guys kept it going, and I have tried to come back a little bit here and there. Ultimately, there's a real good chemistry that you guys have developed that I don't quite fit into anymore.
Oh, bullshit.
And so that's number one. Number two is that the time that we actually do this, like sometimes we kind of do it late, and I have two girls in the home that we sit here, laugh and giggle and talk loud and stuff because I'm a loud, boisterous person. Does not coincide with their sleep schedule at all. And I don't know if y'all know this, but the wrath of the female is strong.
I get that. I
Yes.
get that.
Never mind. I was going to say something massively inappropriate. Carry on.
Not good. Not good.
And
Abort.
the 3-year anniversary just seems like the right time to do it. I really should have done this a long time ago. I really should have just made sure that you guys had access to everything, and because you guys started a Patreon. We have talked about starting a Patreon passively, but we never did it. And you guys started it up, I think, last week or something. So
Yeah, we talked about it on the podcast, and then I basically set it up, and then somebody searched and found it and subscribed to it before I even announced that it was up. So then I was like, well, all right, I guess I'll announce it then.
yeah.
But we didn't have anything that we wanted to do with the funds, and now we're gonna be buying some stuff to make the recordings a little better, and then we will surely, I can tell you already, have surplus funds which are going to go right back into the community.
To kind of give you an idea, there was a campaign we had going a few weeks back where we were trying to get a particular member some equipment to actually be able to play the game. And going back even further, we had a merch store. So I basically, I was selling the merch right at cost. And when I say right at cost, it's like at 1% over what it actually costs to make and ship it. So I wasn't trying to make any money off it, but I was just banking, the pennies and dollars here and there. And the money there was a great big community involvement to get a lot of money raised to help this particular person get that equipment. And the money, I took that money and actually put it toward the same fund is what I did, because I was like, well, there's no better use for this than that. So I got a feeling, talking to Trash, talking to Chig by the Patreon, that's kind of y'all's overall plan with it anyway, is to basically kind of steer it into, doing stuff like that. So
yeah, that's what we're presuming at this point. I mean, we don't have any solid plans, but I just say it that way because nobody is pocketing anything. This
isn't a second job for us. This is still a passion project for sure.
Yeah.
So I hate this game with a passion, so it's gotten weird. Wait, what?
The OnlyFans is to make the real money.
Right. OnlyFans is where everybody knows. Only Dubs is where we make the real money.
Dubs Hub. Dubs Hub.
Dubs Hub. Dubs Hub and only Dubs. Oh my God. We're all going to be Dubs soon.
That's onlyfans.com/loose screws.
It's Dubs all the way down.
All right, guys. It's coming up to I guess 9. Well, we just passed 9 Texas time. We've gone on longer than a usual episode, I think, at this point. So is there any other podcast business before we transition into this stage channel into CQC mode?
Like, share, follow the podcast and all your favorite stuff. Come to YouTube, like, follow, share, hit the bell. I don't know what all this shit is. I don't know. IHOP the show wherever you can. Buy stuff at loosescrews.com.
Patreon.com.
If you want to give us a
loosescrews.ed.
buck a month, give us a buck a month for Patreon. There will be shit happening with that, and you will all be very excited. I don't know what that shit'll be. Probably just start building a fund so we can go to Denny's and have a ScrewCon.
Yeah, don't forget the Turnbuckle Boogie podcast and Tone Control podcast.
Yep.
If you like wrestling or guitars.
Guitar.
The old guitar. All right, guys.
All right.
With that, that's gonna do it. Thanks everybody for 3 years, and we're not gonna quit or anything.
Woohoo.
It's just
here's to 3 more.
Here's the
fuck you. No, not 3 more.
Yes. It's in your contract. Sorry. Check it.
Fuck.
All right. Good night, podcast, everybody. Everybody on YouTube, if you want to come play CQC, now's the moment. See you.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for everything.
No,
Thank you,
Ty.
Thank you.
My ears. Woo!
My ears are bleeding.
And
It's so loud.
Mind your speed and your surroundings. Avoid costly collisions. Always proceed directly to your allotted bay to avoid unnecessary delays and/or ship destruction. Loitering is a crime, punishable by death. Please make sure you have authorization before you enter the docking bay. For your convenience and safety, pacification emplacements are